Last month, people thought it was very strange when news circulated that Margot Robbie said in an interview that the upcoming Birds of Prey movie wasn't going to be a very serious movie. Which was strange, and I thought it was strange too myself. It wasn't just other people, it was me too. Like, how could a movie about a bunch of Street Fighter level crime fighting, gritty crime fighters facing, a torturous person like Black Mask not be silly? But then the more I thought about it, I'm thinking, not be serious. And then I thought about it and I was like, I guess it could kind of make sense and actually be serious at the same time as being silly. Or maybe completely silly. And I'll explain, I'll get there. But let's talk about where this came from. The exact title of the movie is Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Which, is a silly sounding title. But I actually think the title could be so silly that it could work. But that's I made another video about that. But let's go into just the issue of the overall tone of the movie itself. She was on Jimmy Fallon. And here's what she said. It's not a very serious movie, so we thought the title should reflect that. Birds of Prey makes it sound very serious. And the title is kind of like Harley adding her, hey, I'm in this too. And then I guess later on in the interview, Margot Robbie talked about how she likes long-winded movie titles, like The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out the Window and Disappeared, and, other things. Now, if you've ever read like a lot of Harley appearances in the comics, they do have like a silly tone to them, and a lot of Harley parts of stories have silly parts to them. She's a member of the Suicide Squad right now. And even though the Suicide Squad can be very serious, she a lot of times will have, levity or a silly aspect to the overall like tone. And even in the old Batman the Animated Series when she first showed up, those plot lines were actually pretty serious a lot of times. But she herself was kind of like a silly, quirky element within this serious narrative. So they might be going for something like that. But I'm thinking that they might be trying to go for like maybe kind of a Deadpool feel for the movie. Where, there will be a lot of, violence and stuff since it's rated R. But the movie itself maybe won't always take itself that seriously. And I think that could work for a character like Harley Quinn. And I think they're going to roll the other Birds of Prey into it. Even though, Black Canary and Huntress aren't exactly silly people, per se. The movie's going to follow the tone of Harley Quinn because Margot Robbie's playing her. In Hollywood, they like to service the main star, right? That's how the studio Hollywood system works. If the actress playing Black Canary or the Huntress was the biggest star in the movie, you would see that character be the one to like lead the tone of the movie. Because it's Margot Robbie and she's the one playing Harley Quinn, it's got to be her character who kind of leads the tone of the whole movie because she's the biggest star and she's also producing the movie. And I think that's why they changed the title from Birds of Prey to Birds of Prey and, the Fantabulous Emancipation of Harley Quinn. They have to just circle it, refocus it back on the main character and the main star. The plot, as it reads here, is Birds of Prey follows Harley as she forms a gang with Helena Bertinelli / the Huntress, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and Dinah Lance / Black Canary, played by Journey Smollett-Bell. Although here they spell it June Smollett-Bell, which I think is a typo. In order to do battle with the sadistic Gotham City crime boss Roman Sionis, aka Black Mask, played by Ewan McGregor. While the film arguably sounds more serious than not, Robbie's comments suggest that Birds of Prey won't shy away from Harley's outlandish personality and behavior in particular. And here's an interesting part about Cathy Yan, the director, her movie Dead Pigs, that she did before this one, which I haven't seen, but it was supposed to be like really good. It got all these awards. Cathy Yan's directorial debut Dead Pigs didn't exactly have a happy-go-lucky premise either. The setup involved thousands of, dead pigs floating down a river to Shanghai. Yet she managed to aptly balance the film's comedy and drama, and clearly aimed to do the same with her DC adaptation. So I do think that the silliness can work. It could fail and the movie could fall flat on its face. But I think they're going to try really hard to make it work. The same way, maybe Deadpool made it work. Tarantino movies often make it work. Although I wouldn't call Tarantino movies silly, but they do have a lot of over-the-top kind of stylized silly elements to them. And maybe this movie could be going for that. But, like I was saying, in Batman the Animated Series and in Harley comic books and Suicide Squad storylines in the comics, they are able to balance silly elements with some more serious stuff when they have to. And I think that's going to be at least the goal of this movie. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.